Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com. Coming back to you with another video. We are here in Miami. We're actually staying in a hotel with Romer, and in this video, we're actually going to talk about selling books. Now, we were talking behind the scenes, and there's people who want to actually build a book business, which I think is the ultimate goal for most people. But in general, we see that a lot of folks who are watching our videos and starting off with books, they just want to make some money. So we want to give you guys some of the best tips in 2020 and moving forward to be able to make money, flipping books on Amazon. I guess the first question is Romer. And if you guys aren't following Romer, I'll link them all up down below. Check them out, great YouTuber. But for someone who wants to make some extra money with books, where do you even start?
Okay, so we can kind of have a collaboration on this because I know you taught your mom how to sell books pretty successfully. I tell my mom that story all the time, by the way, because I'm trying to convince her. I'm like, look, Raiken's mom's out here crushing it. I've told you about this for 2 years and you still have not taken action. But as far as getting started, you have to ask yourself a couple questions. Where are the books? How do I find the profitable books where the books are? And how do I list them on Amazon? If you guys don't know about FBA, it's a service that after you send your books to Amazon's warehouse, they do the rest. They handle customer service. They handle packing your book in a perfect cardboard box. They handle everything after that. So the two questions for us using Amazon FBA is, where can I find the profitable books? How can I list them on Amazon? So you need to figure those two things out first. So do you want to get into where does Mama Profit find all of her books? She was able to retire a couple years early because of this.
She probably would have stayed working for maybe another year or two to make that extra 25 bucks a month or something crazy. It's ridiculous how the government will get you to continue working for years and you don't even know how much longer you have to live, and it's like you're working for 10, 15 bucks.
Right.
And I remember my mom, she was thinking, should I keep working, this and that? And I'm like, Mom, for an extra 25 bucks, that's one book that you can flip on Amazon to make that per month. I said, do you think you could find an extra book if you had an extra 30, 40 hours a week? So, I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole right now, but what Mama Profit does, and that's my mom, I think she's 64, best mom in the world.
She's doing pretty good.
Just tell you her numbers too.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to know?
They're about 10,000, I think. Are they?
What?
What does she do each month?
Nowhere near 10,000.
Sorry, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, Mama Profit was doing big numbers.
No, not that big. So the most she's ever done one month is a little over $5,000 a month.
Gotcha.
She typically
still really
does.
good.
Yeah, she typically does between $2,000 to $4,000 a month gross, and her profit is usually no less than $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Bottom.
I bet she's keeping 40%.
How much inventory do you think she has? And she mostly goes to. My mom sources 3 different ways. Thrift stores, number 1, library sales, number 2, and number 3, she uses eFLIP. If you're wondering what that is, go to RaikenProfit.com/eFLIP. They have a free 21-day trial. It essentially allows you to source books online and resell them on FBA.
I would guess 600.
600?
Yeah.
So I want to know, what do you guys guess? I'm going to tell you in a second, but let's just have fun and let's guess before. So she does, on average, I think in 2019, because I just looked at her GoDaddy bookkeeping, which is what we use to track her, her income, expenses, all that stuff. So anytime there's an expense or anything, it goes in there, and Amazon will automatically throw their data into GoDaddy bookkeeping because you link it up.
Nice.
She did, I think, 38,000. So that's a little over $3,000 a month average. So she had some months where I think it was maybe a tad lower than 2,000, and then she had a couple really big months. So it came in around $3,000 a month. In inventory, she usually holds anywhere between 200 and 250 books at all times.
Okay.
So what does that tell you about?
She's sending in good shit.
She's finding good stuff. So that's one thing that we could talk about. Romer mentioned you gotta find the books, right? You gotta find the books. There's a wide array of books that you can buy to resell. Some are gonna be less and some are gonna be more profitable. So what should people focus on when they're going to look for books and they're scanning with Scout IQ or Amazon Seller app?
Yeah, she's blessed because she's up in an area that has great books. Connecticut is one of the best states I've ever been to as far as books go. So you have to be realistic about this. Like, you can't put a bunch of energy into a business that's not going to yield the results, because she's doing well because she's in Connecticut. If you're near any big city, you can do well. But if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're probably not gonna be able to find a lot of books, and you should probably pursue a different model. But if you're near a big city, in a big city, if you're anywhere in the Northeast, no excuses at all, from Washington, D.C. all the way up to Maine, that whole area is scattered with great opportunities. She's mainly going to thrift stores. She doesn't go to libraries, does she?
She has one library that she goes to in our area, and she built a relationship with the old cute little ladies who run it. What are they called? The
Friends of the Library.
Yeah, Friends of the Library. They're so funny. But yeah, she'll go in and you know, they have a free book section there. This is a great tip for folks who are starting with very little money to invest. Go to the library sales. A lot of them will have free books. Dude, I don't know what these Friends of the Library are doing, but they're putting out like $100 textbooks. They don't think anyone wants them.
Yeah.
It's really odd. Is that normal?
It's normal for those.
Why? Why would
they haven't caught on yet. They think the valuable books are the books that are super old, that never sell on Amazon. They think they're worth like hundreds of dollars, and then they think the textbooks are worthless. So.
But everything's like a quarter at that library.
Yeah, you're basically getting it for free.
How do you find library sales?
You can go to booksalefinder.com, but you want to find
the small ones, not the big psycho ones. Yeah.
Email, call, drive around, look for signs. Just like, this is something all you guys should do. Like, obviously you're watching this video to make some money on Amazon selling books. You should do two things. One, you need to map out every thrift store in every library around you. You need to go in there and scan every nonfiction book they have. Then you need to talk to all the managers and ask if you can scan the books in the back and establish relationships, get their cell phone number and say, hey, look, call me when you have more books. If it's like the library you're talking about, where I've been to libraries that throw away textbooks.
They throw away textbooks?
Yes.
Libraries throw away textbooks?
Yeah, exactly. You were just saying they didn't think they could sell them. Wow. Some libraries, they get them and they're like, oh, these are, you know, worthless.
How many libraries do you think there are in America?
I don't know, it's a good question.
It's a good question. There's 50, how many states are there? 52 states?
I think there's 50 states.
I thought there was 52.
Oh gosh.
It's been so long. No, it was like tricky because there's like a couple states
I thought is Puerto Rico a state now?
I don't know. This is why I did bad in.
I thought there was 48 intercontinental.
Because I feel like there's 50, but then I feel like it was
48 in the US, and then Alaska and Hawaii make 50.
Gosh.
One eternity later.
Yeah.
You guys, if you want to unsubscribe at this point, because now like the legitimacy of anything we talk about, because one of us is going to look like an idiot.
Right.
To be honest, I think it's going to be me.
I don't know. I think it's 52 territories maybe.
If anyone could find a book about like common sense,
we'll buy it from you.
Yeah, so anyways.
Send us your Amazon listing, we'll buy directly from your store.
And leave you a good feedback. But yeah,
so the textbook thing, I was saying, yeah. So the two things you should be doing, one, map out and hit up every single library, every single thrift store, go in there, scan all the nonfiction books, establish some relationships, find out if they're throwing away textbooks. Just get their number, you'll see what comes of it. Then, because if you're in the place scanning, you're already there. It's gonna be way better than getting a phone call. So anytime you're scanning somewhere, go in and talk to the manager, talk to the owner. That's one thing you should be doing. Number two, and you can choose, I don't think there's necessarily a better one to do first, but if you don't have money, the second one's better. You want to go on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Let Go, Nextdoor. Those are the 5 that stand out to me, and I've had the most success with Nextdoor, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, in that order. Nextdoor is a community-based app. You have to verify your address on it, but once you verify your address, it's any and everything. It's a community app, so you can say, hey, look, I'm looking for a job.
Did you hire a lister off of that?
One, yeah, it's a one lister that's not with us anymore. So I've hired most of my team members from Facebook and then from word of mouth. So yeah, Facebook and Nextdoor and Craigslist.
So you put a post on there, like can you put a post saying,
you want to frame it as free book pickup. Hey, I'll pick up your books and find a home for them.
That will work? People will actually call you?
Yeah, they'll say, what's going to happen to my books? And you say, well, what we do is we sell online. So we're going to find interested readers to sell these books to. And whatever we can't sell, we're going to donate. Ooh. Which is true, because what are you going to do with your duds?
It is true. So they do feel good about it. Like, okay, well, you get paid for your service to pick it up, plus we get to donate.
Exactly. So, and then what, I know people that do that full time. I know people that the latter.
Our buddy Matt, right? Wasn't he doing that?
Matt Adolph.
Adolph.
He does like 1,000 things. I can't keep track of that man. But the New York guy I talk about every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
His model, he does 60K a month.
The one who was like listing super inefficiently?
Yes, he does 60K a month listing via Seller Central, which just makes me want to blow my brains out.
Use AccelerList. AccelerList is a
He uses AccelerList now.
great tool. Oh, you got him to use
Yeah,
it?
he transitioned. He's been watching my YouTube videos.
I'll put a link to that down below. Does he have a free trial, Travis? I think
Yes,
like
it's 24 days or something.
20 something days. Check
Yeah.
that out, because if you're listing books on Amazon Seller Central, it's very slow and efficient, and like the time it's going to take you to list like 10 books, I could probably list like 50.
Right, and it actually gamifies it, because you can see the profit as
Yeah.
you're listing the books.
Yeah.
You see, you know, 200 profit. Oh, you listed 10 more books, now you're at 350 profit. So you want to as quickly as possible connect that neural pathway in your brain from getting the book and making profit off of it, because the quicker you do that, you're going to strengthen your business muscle of, oh, I can go out, find random shit and make money.
Yeah.
If you get books and leave them at your house for a while and take a couple weeks to sell them, it's too long between like the time of you getting the book and making the money that your animal brain doesn't really understand that you just made money flipping books. So you, as quickly as possible, you want to grab the book, take it, list it on Amazon, make some money.
There's a lot of ways that you can find books, and you know, this video is probably going to go out in a couple of weeks or so, and he actually has a course which is called the Book Business Blueprint. It's not available right now. It's pretty much done. We're just working on, you know, you've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes and stuff. So if you want to learn more, you know, stay tuned. Follow his YouTube channel. Your YouTube channel is?
Roamer the Roamer.
There's a lot of
ton of free content.
Yeah, ton of free content. But the point is, in that course, we share like, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, I don't know, there's a lot.
Yeah, we share there's two main things: finding the books and listing the books. So we share advanced techniques to find the books, and then not advanced techniques to list the books, because it's simple.
Yeah.
You want to have a very simple way. We share how to hire listers, how to build a team, because we just gave you tips on starting a reselling business, but if you want to scale a reselling business, you have to find replenishable sources. You have to, you know, hire team members.
And there's
you
a
gotta
lot
get
of
creative.
sources. That's what I was going to say. Like in the program, and again, it's not available for sale. I'm not trying to like sell you on it right now, because it's not available. But the point I was trying to make is there's so many different ways. Don't get discouraged. Don't think because you can't find something on Craigslist or Nextdoor, or your thrift store is slow, or the library sales. Like, you've got to stay persistent. You've got to keep pushing and think outside the box. Right? Think outside the box, and that's what his YouTube channel is great for, because he shares a lot of different ways, from bulk to going to thrift stores, to going to library sales, to doing pickups,
college campuses. Wherever books exist, you should be getting after it.
Cool. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We just want to give you guys a couple little tips for getting started with books. Anything else you want to say to the folks?
Follow me on Instagram for more behind the scenes type daily content. You'll see a lot of his head now that we're living together. And then YouTube, and join my Facebook group as well. We answer all different types of questions, and
yeah, go out
much
there.
love, guys.
Go out there, much love. Go make it happen. There's a lot of money to be made with books. So hopefully you make it happen, and share some success stories down below. Peace.
Bottom of my heart. Bottom of my heart.